Actually, I see similarities. They have their way of going about things as we do ourselves. Uh, yeah, they their evolution. I don't know. They're a good team. They've been for a few years. So same thing now. It's a great battle for us over these games. So yeah.
Obviously, one moment leads to the goal, leads to the game being lost. Is there a bit of frustration there that it's just in less than 30 seconds you guys lose game one, and how do you just bounce back from it being one moment?
Yeah, it's always frustrating, but also we can't let that get to our heads. We know that this is a battle of not only one game, so we have to stay strong. And if you look at it in a bigger perspective, we've been down in games before and come back. So why wouldn't we be able to do it now? That's the way I see it. And of course, it's annoying. It's always annoying to concede goals, but we can come back.
It seems since the Orlando game, the backline has been a little more cohesion, playing together a lot more. What's kind of shifted just defensively that's made the defense just a bit stronger these last 3 games?
Mm, I don't know if anything in particular has changed or made any more cohesion, but maybe it's looked like that, and I'm happy for that. We feel good, and with the past games, we've felt good, and we feel more like ourselves. And naturally, in these moments, you want to do everything. Obviously, we want to do everything all season long, but it's different in playoffs, and Cincinnati is a team that we would love to beat, so we're gonna try to do everything.
Obviously, you didn't play in the Red Bull series last year, but you have been around this team when it's down 1-0. What do you think the team as a whole kind of took from that Red Bull series last year when you guys lost in the first round, are taking into this same experience being down 1-0 in the first round?
Some experience, I hope, but again, it's a new year, it's a new experiences, and some new people. So we know as a group here that we can be down and come back, and that is the major thing, because it's a battle of not only one game. So that's what we focus on, and then now we're focusing on what can we do to improve the game that we played now, going into the next game, and that's gonna be our focus, and then we're gonna keep grinding.
I noticed on the bus ride home, you guys were watching a game. Was it the Seattle-Minnesota game, or was it a replay of the Cincinnati game?
I think both, depending on who.
Okay.
I personally waited to watch the game till I got home, so we were watching the other playoff game
I see.
in order to kind of take a step away and then look at the game from what was good, what was bad, what can we do, what do I feel, this and that.
Yeah, I was curious. It would be a lot to have to redigest what just happened so quickly after the game itself.
Yeah, exactly. So for me personally, it's about getting a little bit of space in between my emotions and the game
Yeah.
before then going back and visiting and seeing what do we take away from this game.
Aside from the result, was that one of the purest, tactically sound games from both squads that you've been a part of in a while?
Possibly, I think it was a very good game and a very high-level game in certain aspects of the game. So, as expected, but also very nice, and it's always fun and enjoyable to be a part of like a good game like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also very difficult, but challenges is what we love, and that's what we're here for, and that's what we're gonna do now, overcome this challenge, and this is everything that we aim for.
Yeah. First 15 minutes, you guys really had to, as Coach said, suffer together. I don't know how much of that suffrage you were feeling at the time, but crew fans were waiting for you to gather a little bit of the match back into your own way of doing things, and then things sort of opened up. Is there a moment of relief when you start to say, okay, now we've got the higher end of what's going on here?
I think it builds slowly in the game, as you said. You know that the beginning of games like this are gonna be hectic and gonna be chaotic at moments. Before then, the game settles a little bit and we can start building into it. I think we did a great job, and we dealt with was to be dealt with before we then could find ourselves more, playing more and more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forgive me for focusing on this, but the last 2 goals that Columbus has scored off the top have been goals with whipped balls in from the wing and a finish at the far post. Andres and Lassi and Orlando and the Red Bulls. The wing play stood out in the first 15 minutes because it was really Cincinnati imposing their style of play on the crew and denying Andres and Lassi some of that space that they were accustomed to in previous games. How do you as a center back help instill the confidence in the guy in front of you to push the game a little bit?
Well, all the attack starts from the players in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So for us to build up and find the right spaces for them to attack will help them a lot to exploit, whether that's wide or centrally. So yeah, maybe we can do it or find different spaces for them that will allow them or for you guys to see them utilize that or come to more chances if we build up in a different way or find spaces that maybe we didn't find in the beginning. Or I think, as I remember right now, they had a couple of chances on either wing, but maybe it was not as much. I think it's a job for all of us to exploit, whether that's wide areas or centrally.
And you're right, those chances did come from the wing for Columbus later in the game. I was just curious because it just simply appeared as though our wingers were very cognizant of the danger on the wing from the opposition the other night. The flip side for you has been, at least as I've observed it, for both you and the other center back on the other side, is to tuck in the midfield and be that inside option for the wingers who are attempting to take real estate down the field and getting involved in that build-up in the middle third of the field. And that happens as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it happens, and it is about the flexibility of doing both parts of the job or whatever is required for the game or for the different players that we have.
Mm-hmm. Did you note any vulnerabilities that Cincinnati has that maybe you weren't prepared for going into the game on Monday?
Vulnerabilities that they had. Like the ways that we could expose them.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes when we win the ball high, that we did that. If we can get so close to getting this counterattack in behind and getting a guy free on goal or free to make another pass, and that is something with a little bit more luck or a little bit more quality or something that we can exploit.
I don't know about personnel changes this weekend. You know, obviously you have a relatively deep bench. Cincinnati's in the same boat. Knowing that you dropped a game on the road in a tough spot just by a goal late in the game, is it your sense that things need to be blown up and big changes have to happen for Sunday, or is it your sense really that there are minor tweaks and we get through Sunday's game?
I mean, I'm not the right guy to answer your question, but there's no doubt about we have a deep squad and we have players that can contribute, whether it's from the bench or starting or whoever that is. So, yeah, I think we'll just leave that up to time and see, because it depends if we're going to change something, if the manager sees something that he wants to change and that therefore wants a different personnel or not. We'll see.
Thanks, Malte.
Real quick, you mentioned the emotions after the game, and you're sitting here, it doesn't feel like you're sitting here someone down 1-0 who feels defeated. You seem, there's a bit of confidence behind the way you're speaking. You mentioned that you guys have come back before. Is that where this confidence right now is stemming from, and just the emotions that you have going into this game?
Yes. Yeah, okay, we lost first game, 1-0, but it's not over, so we're going to do everything. And as I said, it's a battle of not only one game. So we cannot keep our heads down. We have to move forward, and basically this is a first half of 3 halves that, okay, we're down right now, but it's not done.
Malte, real quick, just what does it mean to you to be bringing Game 2 of this rivalry kind of playoff matchup back to Lower.com on Sunday to play in front of your home crowd?
It's gonna be incredible. I already look so much forward to it, and I think we all have since, I don't know when we figured out we were gonna play this game. Playing playoff games and games in, like, all games at home, but versus Cincinnati is always incredible. So, we're excited. We were so excited, and we want all the fans. I'm sure all the fans want this game, and we all want a great result and a great performance, so I can't wait.
Awesome, thank you.
Everybody set?
Yeah.
Can we just say his
Yeah.
name? I just need his name on camera. Yeah, you can say his name,
I can say my name? In Danish or in American?
whichever way.
Malte Amundsen.
Spell it for me, please.
Malteamundsен.